Good morning everyone, I'm Hemant Mehta and this is the second part of the Servlet filter. So in this session we are going to discuss about the program. I have created one project, Servlet filter authentication 7. Now first I have created index.jsp file. In this file I am having one HTML form. This is my form. This will take two inputs. One is a username, second is the password. Upon the submission event, my data will be forwarded to the action. Over here I have mentioned the welcome servlet. If you observe, there is a no file extension. Basically this is a URL pattern. So my data will be forwarded to the URL pattern, namely welcome servlet. So this is my web.xml file. Consists of few elements: a web application, filter mapping, servlet, and the servlet mapping. This is my URL pattern, so my data will be forwarded to the welcome servlet over here. Now along with the servlet and the servlet mapping, I am having a filter. So what will happen? From the action equals welcome servlet, your control will come over here. It will look for the welcome servlet and the corresponding servlet name is available, welcome servlet. Now from the servlet mapping, in normal routine your control will be forwarded to the servlet, but whenever the filter is available, filter is having a higher priority than the servlet, so it will look for the servlet name, that is a welcome servlet. If the filter is available, then it will first go to the filter mapping and it will look for the servlet name, that is a welcome servlet. What is the corresponding filter name? My filter. So in the filter it will check for the corresponding filter name, my filter, and from that it will get the reference of the filter class. So from the index.jsp, your control will be forwarded to the myfilter.java. So this is the myfilter.java. It is going to override my generic filter. So let me first of all tell you what is my generic filter class. This is the my generic filter class, consists of the few methods: do filter, get filter config, init, set filter config, and the destroy. I have given the basic methods for the filter because it is going to implement the filter interface. So first method, that is a do filter method. It is going to call the do filter method of filter chain interface, and we are going to pass the reference of the request and the response. This is a do filter method of filter interface accepting the three argument: request, response, and the filter chain object. Then we are having a get filter config method. This will return the filter config object. We are having one more method, set filter config. It is just going to initialize your filter config object. And you are having the init method. It is going to initialize the filter config object upon the initialization. Destroy. It is going to provide the null as a value to the filter config object, so your reference will be void. So this is my generic filter.java file. So my filter class is overriding my generic filter, so basically it is having access over all the filter methods. My filter is having one particular method, namely do filter, right? And do filter method of filter interface accepting the 3 arguments: servlet request, servlet response, and the filter chain interface. Now, first of all, request.get parameter. What is a request? That is object of the servlet request. Get parameter. So whatever value you have passed as a password in the previous HTML form, this value will be returned by this particular method, request.get parameter. But the return type of the request.get parameter is string, but I have performed the typecast of the request object to the HTTP servlet. Reason: whenever my data is going to be forwarded to the next servlet, there is a welcome servlet that is implemented using the HTTP servlet, so it is only able to interpret or the understand HTTP servlet type of request. So I have to convert my request object type from servlet request to the HTTP servlet request, right? So it is going to store inside the password. If password equals my password, if password is my password, then it is going to fetch the URI using a request.get request URI, and I'm passing the reference of this request to the next upcoming filter, that is a chain.doFilter request response. If condition is false, in that case I'm just going to display, that is, sorry, password was incorrect, right? Now let's say condition is true. Condition is true. It will come to the chain.doFilter. Now from the web.xml file, it is going to determine the filter. So this is my single filter only. No more filter is available after that. So what will happen? It will come to the welcome servlet, but the servlet execution is pending. So from the welcome servlet, again it will move to the welcome servlet inside the servlet, and it is going to load the welcome servlet class. So from the index.jsp, from the welcome servlet, your control is forwarded to the myfilter.java, and from the myfilter, your control will be forwarded to the welcome servlet file. So upon the successful password, you will come to the welcome servlet, which override the HTTP servlet, and it is having a do get method. HTTP servlet request, HTTP servlet response, 2 arguments it is going to accept. Now I'm just going to fetch request.get parameter username, so it is going to display the username into the string variable. I'm just going to display the name of the user, that is a welcome username, and along with that I'm just going to print the current date and time using the date class constructor, and I'm going to convert to the string. So println method is going to accept the string, so I'm just going to convert this date type into the string, and your username in the current date would be printed. This is all about the program. Let me execute this code. Okay, this is the servlet filter in the index.jsp. Let's say username is Heman and the password is my password. Okay, upon the submit, my control will be forwarded to the web.xml. From web.xml it is go to the filter, and in the filter it is going to perform the authentication. From the filter it is just going to forward my control to the welcome servlet or the error message. So this is the welcome servlet, right? This is my welcome servlet, welcome username and the current date and time. So likewise you can use the filter. Let's say, let me give the username Hemant and password will be 123. Submit. It says sorry, the password was incorrect. Right, this is the demo program for the filter. Thank you.